so that we can make sure that everybody who couldn't make it live can watch it. All right, guys. My name is Megan Gutke.
Scott Gutke.
And Scott. We actually were a couple of the very first people that Scotty had in his very first challenge group. So maybe that's why he picked us to do this. I'm not sure. So tonight's call, we're going to be talking about challenge groups, and Jenny is going to be talking about the coach sneak peeks, okay? So, challenge groups, yay, by me and Scott. All right, so I guess the question is why? Why do we run challenge groups? Well, what is the purpose, right? We run them to provide the most supportive, fun, and loving environment possible for our clients so that they can succeed, because that is what we all want, right? We want them to have success with the workouts, success with their nutrition plan, success with Shakeology, so that they feel and look amazing, right? Okay. And honestly, this is the best way to give them the support that they need in a nice group setting, so that they're combined with their peers that are actually going through the same steps that they're going through as well. When they see success, they will want to keep on their journey and keep going on it with you as their coach, which could possibly end up being them becoming a coach on your team. Which would be sweet, right? All right, because who honestly wouldn't want to be part of your team, right? Because it's the best.
All teams are the best.
All right, so Scott, do you have anything you want to add to?
My biggest thing from challenge groups is, like, to me, it's the core of Beachbody. Like, that's like the core of like our businesses, because how many like amazing transformations would there be without challenge groups? Like, how many people would stick? Like, I know I wouldn't have stuck with my 90-day P90X challenge group if I wouldn't, or my workouts without the challenge group and the support. So, I mean, it's huge. Like Richard Neal, Marcy Murdoch, that's on our team, or Radford, she wouldn't have stuck with it, I don't think, without the support. I mean, you've got to make your challenge groups fun. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Okay, good deal.
Yep.
So that's why we run challenge groups, because we want to see results. All right, so the question is, what kind of a challenge group do you want to run? So you've got to think to yourself, are you going to keep it specific to one workout? Are you going to open it up to any Beachbody workout? I know a lot of people who do like a PIO challenge group, or a size challenge group, 21-day fix challenge group, Body Beast challenge group, right? But me personally, I know that not everybody wants to do size. Not everybody wants to do Body Beast. So for me personally, I like to open it up to any Beachbody workout. That way you can get a wider range of people and have bigger groups, so that you're not having to run 10 groups because there's people wanting to do 10 different workouts, okay? So you got to figure that out. The second thing is you got to figure out how long you want your group to go for. You can do a 30-day group, a 60-day group, a 90-day group. Me personally, I have found that I like to do 4-week groups. So, well, and I'll talk about that in the next slide too. So you got to figure out how long you want the group to go, okay? And then the third thing is, I like to do 30-day multi-groups. Yep, exactly. Okay, good deal. And the third thing is you can pick a theme for your challenge group if you want. You know, doing a themed group is fun. But if you're doing a different theme every month, it can be a lot of work, and you can spend a lot of time. See, they do keep it interesting, but you could honestly spend a lot of time getting the group together if you're doing a different theme and different posts every month. So me personally, I keep it all the same every month. So, all right. So how I run our challenge groups. So the first thing you got to have is a nice fun banner to put at the top of your group page, okay? So PicMonkey is a good one to use so that it'll have like the template, so you get the exact size that it needs to be to fit at the top. So something fun, something bright colors, and if you're doing a theme, something to do with your theme up at the top, okay? Also, the group description, you're going to want to make sure that you do that. And I just basically put in there, hey guys, welcome to the challenge group. And then just tell them, you know, what the expectations are, which they should already know, which I'll talk to you about in just a second. So I ask for their I tell them the expectations of the group in the group description. I also post in there a welcome video, basically just showing them around the group, showing them how to make it one of their favorites so that they can see the posts. I show them that they can have the notifications on, or I show them that they can turn the notifications off in case they get too bombarded with notifications that it overwhelms them or their phone's going off all the time. But I tell them if they do that, they have to check in every day, okay? Yep. Okay, so then I also give them a nutrition plan. And this is just something they can have if they want to use it, if they don't want to use the nutrition plan that came with their workout. So it's just a second option for them to have. I also give them a 4-week workbook. And in that workbook, it has like a contract that they make to themselves, basically like committing themselves to finishing the 4 weeks, right? They got the contract. I have a workout chart for them so that they can fill out all 4 weeks of their workout. And then I also have weekly charts for them to track their food, what they had for breakfast, what they had for snack, what they had for lunch, track their water, all of that good stuff. In that workbook, I have a chart for them to print out and post their pictures, their before pictures, their before measurements, and then their 4-week pictures and their measurements, okay? So, yeah, because that's something that I know for a fact that, like, they're going to want to see those after pics next to their before pics. I know for a fact. And I have so many people like, oh no, I'm not doing that. I can't. And I'm like, okay, even if you don't look at them and you have somebody else take them and put them away in a secret locked file somewhere, I promise somewhere along the road, down the road, okay, you're going to want to see that before and after picture, because I knew when I started, the weight on the scale was going down and I knew I felt amazing, but it wasn't until I put that before next to the after of my 90 days that I was like, wow, I can't believe I did that, okay? So I make them take their pictures, even if they don't want to show me, even if they don't want to look at them themselves. They have to take them anyway, or at least they should, okay? What else do I have? So that pretty much is everything that I have in my workbook for them. So they have a file and they can print it all out, all that good stuff. So then I have 6 days of preseason posts. which basically is like the first day is like getting to know you. So I tell a little bit about me, and I ask them to either make a video introducing themselves or to just post it in the comments, because a lot of people are camera shy at the beginning. Let's see. Yeah, and in preseason, I also have them start getting ready for their meal prep, doing their pictures and their measurements, filling out their contract. All that good stuff is all in the preseason, okay? So just basically anything you can think of that they should know before they start the next Monday. That's what I put in preseason, okay? And then they have their 4 weeks, which is 28 days of daily posts. And in the daily posts, I like to think of because it's been like 3.5 years since we started our challenge group, right? Like the challenge group that we were in. So it's hard to think back, clear back then. Okay, what do I wish I would have known then that I know now? Okay. So any tip that you have come across that you're like, man, I wish somebody would have told me that when I started. That's what you want to tell them. Okay. So in their daily posts, you can give them daily assignments, like posting a motivational pic, an after workout pic, scheduling posts. Yes, I'm going to talk about that. Mini challenges. And on Saturday, I ask that Saturday is like the check-in, at least on ours, where I have them post a picture of their chart. So I have them post a picture of their food chart and their workout chart, okay? And that is how we, which takes us into do our prizes at the end of our 4 weeks. So a lot of people do points. So I tried that for a while, and trying to keep track of everyone's points is really super hard. So basically what I started doing is if they are participating and they're filling out their charts and posting them every Saturday, so there's 4 weeks, right? So they can get 4 entries into the end of the 4-week drawing that we do. So if they post their charts, that gets them into the drawing. So it's not necessarily the person who does the most, who participates the most, who loses the most weight. It's not like everybody has a fair chance. As long as you're trying and you post every Saturday of your week stuff, that gets you into the drawing, okay? And a drawing, you can pretty much give away anything you want, okay? I usually look in my closet and my office closet and see, okay, well, I've got this extra workout program, okay, I'll give that away. Or, like size socks, those are fun to give away too, okay? Oh, I also open our challenge groups, well, actually, all of our groups, up to our team. The reason that I do this is because, one, it's good for them to be able to see what we do in our challenge group, but I like having big groups. Big groups equal more interaction, okay? Especially when you've got coaches in there, right? So coaches are always posting, which gets the other people who just would normally be flies on a wall, right? Get them posting. And when I allow our team to put their challengers in our challenge groups, it gives them more time to invite than time spent figuring out challenge group stuff. Okay, so until the team members on our team, obviously once they're ready to go do their own, they can surely go do their own, and I give them all of our files and everything like that too. So, okay, I think that's it on that slide. Best tips. How are we doing? Oh, 13 minutes. Good. Best tips for challenge groups. I personally use Postcron to schedule my daily posts. I do them all up on, what is that? Keynote. Is it Keynote? I can't remember. It's one of the programs on my Mac, okay? So I get them all done up on that, and then you have to save it to a CSV, CVS, something like that file, and then you can bulk upload them. So, and with using Postcron, you can do, yeah, CSV, that's it. You can do pictures too. So, because I was using Hootsuite before, and it would only do like the link to the picture, but with Postcron, it'll actually post the picture with the stuff, or video, whatever it is you're posting. So Postcron is good. I really like it. Another tip is to participate yourself in the group, because a lot of times, you know, they want to see what you're doing too and what you're asking of them. You know, they want to see you do it too. Also suggest that your challengers share the results. Okay. And if they don't want to, then ask them if you can share them. Okay. Also to ask for referrals from your challengers for your next group. That's always something that will help get your next group filled up. Okay, so when you get asked to talk about something, yes, I have like my own system, but I was like, well, I wonder if there's anything else that I should be like, I wonder if there's something else, you know what I mean? Like, who knows, right? So one other thing that I found that I was like, oh, that's cool, I think I might start doing that on mine, is group messaging. So yes, you have your challenge group, you've got the actual group put together, but then you can also start a group message, like a Facebook message with everybody that's in your group, which will also help keep them interacting as well too. One other thing is, don't reinvent the wheel 100 bazillion times. Because I know for a fact, me personally, it's like, oh, well, I got to tweak this, or I got to change this, or I wonder if something else would work better, you know what I mean? And honestly, I have spent so much time probably just wasted, because all the stuff that I did before is probably just as good and is going to help the people that I have in my challenge groups just as well as the stuff that I have now. So don't waste your time reinventing everything all the time. Spend your time wisely. Invite people to the next group, right? Okay. All right. All right. So how do you transition a new challenger into the challenge group? Okay. So this is when I first started, I was like, okay, yep, you know, you got your challenge pack. It'll be there in about a week. And when the group starts, I'll let you know. Right? So what I found is then they're just like, they're so confused. Like they don't really know what they're supposed to be doing. They don't really know where or what or how, all of that good stuff. So they purchase their challenge pack, right? Now what? Okay. So I send them a welcome video explaining where, when, and how the group will be ran, okay? So that they know everything, so that they're not just sitting there wondering, okay, now what, right? And I also, this is one thing that where you treat others the way you would want to be treated, right? So I know me personally, it would be like, if I was doing something like this, doing a challenge group of somebody else's, I think it would be cool to get a thank you card in the mail, right? Oh my gosh, these guys actually care. You know what I mean, right? So I also send a thank you card, handwritten and sent snail mail. Okay. I don't know. There's just something about it. And the better experience they can possibly have, the better, right? Okay, that's what I think. Oh, and also, I learned this the hard way. When the group is up and running and you add them into the group, make sure you message them and let them know that they are in the group, because sometimes it's like a few days in and I'm like, shoot, I haven't seen so-and-so post. And so I message them and they're like, oh, I didn't even know I was in the group, or you know what I mean? So like they had no idea. So I like to put them in the group and then also send them another message saying, hey, the group is up and running. I got you put in there. Let me know that you can see it or something. You know what I mean? Okay. So this is something that we have just started doing on our team. So the question is, how many challenge groups a month do you host and when do you have them? So as you can see on this little picture of my calendar, the green at the bottom of the 31st of what it is, August, that says CE, okay? And it's for 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That is a clean eating group, okay? So we've got together as a team, so everybody in our team is inviting into this clean eating group. So we have a clean eating group that runs the first week of the month. So technically the last week of August, we are inviting to this clean eating group. Okay, in that clean eating group, you have the power to let them all know that we're starting a challenge group if they want to continue on, because you ask them, okay, after this 5-day clean eating group, do you plan on continuing your health and fitness journey, or are you going to go back to the way things were before? You know what I mean? Nobody wants to go back. Why? And so you invite them into your challenge group. Okay, so the black up at the top on the 1st through the 8th, that's the invite period that we do, okay? And then our challenge group starts on September 8th, and that is preseason, okay? So preseason starts on the 8th, and the group actually, like, technically starts on the 14th, but the 8th is the last day that they can order their challenge pack to have it in time for the next Monday. Okay, so once the challenge group starts on that Tuesday, then you can kind of see a pink line up at the top of the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. That's when we start inviting to our coach sneak peek. Okay, and then the sneak peek will start on the 14th and go to that Friday, the 18th. And the whole time this challenge group is going too. And so when the people are in your challenge group, you can also invite them to come to the sneak peek as well, okay? And then this last week that I don't have anything wrote on, that just the challenge group is running, the week of the 21st, after the sneak peek, hopefully this whole week, you'll be doing GSR calls, okay? And then the following week, the 27th, you can see the green up at the top. That's when we start inviting for our clean eating group again for the next week, or for the next month to start, okay? So I think rolling the groups like that is gonna be awesome. You have anything else you wanna add? No? Okay, okay. Hopefully that all makes sense. Okay, so the best thing about running challenge groups, okay, is that you get to choose how you want to do yours, okay? There's not one person's structure or content that is the best. Your group with your content is the best because it has you in it, right? So make your group yours and have fun. If you're having fun, your challengers are having fun. When they're having fun, they're usually getting results. Okay, I think that's all we have.
Cool.
So thanks you guys for listening, and we hope you learned lots. And now we'll turn the time over to Jenny.
All right, hi guys, can you hear me and see me? I guess the video is working. Awesome. All right, well, it worked. Okay, so, oh, let me change the slide. Okay, so I am Jenny Jaucian. I will be teaching you guys how to do a coach sneak peek. I'm not going to give you guys too much about my backstory. You guys can follow me on Facebook, but to just give you some kind of background, I live in Los Angeles, California. I've been coaching since December of 2013. It took me 8 months to become Diamond. I am now a 1-star Diamond, and I have been a full-time Beachbody coach since May of this year. So super, super exciting. So I know everyone's goal on this call is to get Diamond, and Megan and Scott did a great job talking about challenge groups, and we want you to continue helping people with challenge packs and getting them into your challenge groups. But after this call, I want you guys to make a mind shift to start recruiting business building coaches into your business. So getting to Diamond can be easy if you're just building your legs with discount coaches or VIP members. But if you want to continue growing with, grow your income and have residual income as opposed to getting spikes of retail commission here and there week to week, you need to start thinking about growing a team under you. And so I wish I had this mind shift in the very beginning, and that's why I think it took me so long to get to Diamond. So if you guys can think about building a business of challengers and coaches, that will get you to Diamond that much faster. So the best way that I've been able to do that is by doing a coach sneak peek or coach opportunity webinars every single month. And so I'll be teaching you exactly how I do that. I want you guys to continue to take notes while you're on this call, but I will be giving you a link to my slides and scripts and information and exact template of how I do my 5-day coach sneak peek. You are more than welcome to literally copy and paste it because I want you guys to succeed, and I want you guys to be able to apply this tonight or tomorrow and get your coach sneak peek ready, okay? So what we are going to be covering, I'm going to just talk about why coach sneak peeks rock, how to invite, what to post, and following up. I'm giving you this whole process of how to do this so that it becomes so easy for you, okay? So why do coach sneak peeks rock? Well, first of all, it gives you an introduction to the challenge group environment. So they get to experience what it's like being in an online Facebook group with other people. They get to feel a sense of community, and it makes the idea of becoming a coach more normal and real. It validates your authority and leadership as a coach and makes the business feel more personable because it's coming from you and not from someone that they've seen on YouTube or a corporate video that you may have sent them. It takes 4 to 6 exposures until people are ready. And this idea comes from the book Go Pro by Eric Worre, which I highly recommend you guys read if you have not read it already. He basically says that in any network marketing business, it takes about 4 to 6 exposures for people to join something. So that means that the more exposure you can get and give to them, especially in a condensed time frame, the more likely you'll be able to have a faster turnaround rate for people to become coaches. And so coach sneak peeks allow you to give them 1 or 2 exposures every single day that they've opted into. So that's more than you can ever do in your typical Facebook statuses, and it gives you the chance to go more in depth about coaching. So it gives them more evidence and support why this opportunity is so amazing. It also gives a sense of community, especially if you get other coaches on your upline team or fellow coaches that you've become friends with. It gives them a sense of like this tribe, this network of people who are from all different shapes and sizes and backgrounds who are all becoming coaches. So it really like builds confidence in what this opportunity is all about. And then lastly, you can combat all the objections that anyone's going to have about coaches, because we all know that there's so many objections, and coach sneak peeks give a great way to talk about them straight up and give them the reassurance that you understand their fears and objections, and give them the facts and your experience and let them know that those objections are false. So the few different ways that you can invite. So you can have a straight up public invitation on your social media, just like how you would a challenge group. So you can see on the left-hand screen, the picture is a straight up invitation to join my sneak peek into coaching. So every day after that, I use the idea of jab, 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 right hook, where I give the initial invite, and I'm going to plant little seeds of interest of why people should join this 5-day coach sneak peek. So right after my coach invite, my direct invite on Facebook, I'll maybe talk about the next day how I'm able to feel like I'm on vacation every single day as a full-time Beachbody coach. So depending on what you can say, I've been able to have more money to spend date night with the hubby, or I've been able to buy my kids' school supplies, or I've been able to pay off my Shakeology or get paid to work out. So I'll also personal message all past challengers and coach prospects, which I'll give you some examples for. I'll also email my Beachbody customer list, let them know that I'm having a coach sneak peek, and I will literally invite everyone that I can think of, just like you would a challenge group, okay? So this should be something that you do every single month, the same way you do a challenge group every single month. Okay, oh, so this is so small for me to read. Okay, so here are some sample invites, and I wanted to give these to you guys so that it can feel so easy to approach people about this business, because I know and understand how scary it is to talk to people about coaching. So I wanted to give you 3 examples. So to a challenger, I say, hey, Sarah, just wanted to say again how amazing you've been in our challenge group. You are inspiring everyone else in the group, so keep up the great work. I wanted to actually ask you, I have a 5-day coach sneak peek coming up and wanted to invite you to it. I don't know if you've ever considered coaching yet, but honestly, you'd be amazing at it. I'll just be going over a bunch of topics about coaching. If you're interested in doing what I do, would you be down to join? That's one example. If you're talking to someone who might be great for the business, you'd say, hey, Emily, quick question for you. I'm not sure if you'd be interested in this, but just wanted to throw it out there. I'm doing a 5-day coach sneak peek next week on how to become a health and fitness coach. I remember you mentioned that you were looking for supplemental income alongside dancing, so just wanted to give you a glimpse of what I do for part or full-time income. Would you be interested in joining? And then if you're still a newbie coach and you're still coming out of the closet as far as being a coach, this is some example that I came up with. Hey, Joy, I've been meaning to ask you. As you know, I just started this whole fitness coaching thing, and it's been absolutely incredible, if you can't tell already by my posts. Anywho, my team is doing this open house for anyone who's interested in becoming a health and fitness coach or earning supplemental income, whatever you want to relate to them that will pique their interest the most. You can just be a fly on the wall and learn what the heck I've been doing. Would you want to join? Something as simple as that. You can literally copy and paste this, but make sure to make it your own. Make sure to relate it to them, and make it seem as if it's not a big deal. It's just something that you're giving them the chance to see what you do for a part-time hobby, okay? After that, so, and just another way to make your public invite, you want to tell your Beachbody story, how you discovered Beachbody, how Beachbody has changed your life, what you're most excited about, and then a call to action at the very end, and give them something to do, whether it's to comment or like this post to join. And I always make sure that before I give them access to the group, I say, hey, so-and-so, I saw you commented on my post. I'm so pumped you're interested in learning more about coaching. Before I get you into the group, I'd love to know why you're interested. Okay, so this is something that you can interchange with when you're inviting people to your challenge groups. Okay, so what to post? So you want to obviously have a great Facebook banner, and you want to basically talk about all the things that someone would want to know before becoming a coach, as well as all of the objections that they might have. So think of a list of questions and ideas of what you want to talk about. Here are a few examples. What is a Beachbody coach? Who makes a good coach? How do you earn? Is Beachbody a pyramid scheme or scam? How much time does it take? What if I'm not at my goal weight, and how do you get started? Okay, so these are some of the questions that I like to assess when I'm talking about it in the group. I do a preseason just like a challenge group. So I try to encourage engagement. I make it fun. And so right before I start, I'm adding people into this group for like 1 week, and I will have everyone introduce themselves. Make it, sorry, I'm going so fast, you guys. You'll have this recording, and then you'll have the slides as well. You can have introductions. So I like to create a community. I like to create a, a warm environment for people to see what this, culture is all about. So I tell them to introduce themselves, tell them their name, 3 fun facts, why you're interested in becoming a Beachbody coach. If you've ever experienced being in a challenge group or have tried a Beachbody product, and what your main motivation is for possibly becoming a Beachbody coach. And then on the second-hand side of the screen, you can see that I have these coach sneak peek questions of the day. And I love this because it also encourages engagement, but it's like you're having them apply to become a coach before they know it. If you guys have coach applications, or if you've seen Scotty Hobbs' coach application or mine or some of the other top coaches, they have these set of questions that ask people to talk about what they're motivated by, what they're most interested in, what drives them. I basically ask these in the very beginning so that I understand what they're looking for, so that when I follow up with them at the end of the 5-day sneak peek, I have a sense of what they're looking for. And so I can focus on that throughout the 5-day coach sneak peek. Okay. Great. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a sample of what I do every single day. So my post number 1. So I have 2 posts a day, just letting you guys know. I have 1 in the morning. It's probably going to be scheduled at 6 a.m. And then 1 at night. It'll probably be scheduled at 5 p.m. so that I can get the people in the morning. And then also when they're at, after work or coming home, they can catch up. So post 1, I do a video of my story. I talk about how, essentially how I became a coach, my why, and my personal opinion of why I am a coach and why you should become a coach. Okay, so I make sure to make this a video and not text. The reason why is because you will be able to give them your real feelings about Beachbody. Text can only go so far, but when they can see you talking about it, they'll be able to see your passion. They'll be able to see, how it really has affected you as a person. So I really encourage you guys to create a video. And if you are not comfortable with video, get comfortable now, because you are going to do it. Post number 2 is going to be some kind of success story, whether it's a success story that I found from a Beachbody YouTube video, or a success story about someone on my team or my upline, something to kind of just show them that there's other people out there. And I try to find a story that might relate to the people who I have in my group. So depending if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if you have a story similar to Mindy Wenders or Scotty Hobbs or Amy Silverman, I'll try to tailor that success story so that it can, pique their interest more. All right, day number 2, the first post, I'm going to talk about who makes a good coach. And this is something that you're going to want to answer yourself, because you are creating your team. You are the leader and the CEO of the team that you want. So you need to write down what makes a good coach on your team. For example, I'm looking for independent, ambitious, hardworking, go-getters, people who love to improve themselves. I talk about this all in video so that they understand, this is what it takes to be a good coach. I clarify that you don't have to have a fitness or nutrition background, or be at your goal weight, or have even tried a Beachbody workout, or be good at selling. So this is all via video. I try to make it around 3 to 5 minutes so that I can keep their attention. Post number 2, I talk about if Beachbody is a pyramid scheme or scam. And this is a great way to just combat all of those objections that everyone feels about network marketing. I talk about my first initial reactions of joining an MLM, and I use the feel, felt, found method. I tell them how I feel about it, or I validate how they feel, and I talk about how I felt, and this is what I found. So in this video, I try to differentiate what a pyramid scheme is from network marketing. And I let them know that I'm not here to recruit a tons of people and just take their money. I have an invested interest in making sure that they succeed. So if they're not succeeding in their business, I don't win. We all have to work together as a team. Day number 3. So post number 1 is going to be, how much time does Beachbody coaching really take? So I want to relate to the people in my group. Are you a stay-at-home mom, or are you talking to 9-to-5 corporate employees? I want to relate my story and let them know that I was able to do this with 3 jobs, working from 6 a.m. till 12 o'clock at night. And that you can be successful with just 1 to 2 hours a day, or 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Let them know that this is possible and you can implement it and really make this a natural transition for them. Post number 2, what if I'm not on my goal weight or have a health and fitness background? I like to relate my own story. I like to relate, this is something that everyone can relate to. You can let them know that you're still on your fitness journey, or you've never even tried a fitness program and you just wanted to help people, or share another coach's story about how they're still working on their health transformation but have continued to help 3 to 5 lives every single month. Day number 4, I talk about how do you earn. I like to give them a third-party tool about this because I don't like to explain it myself. I'll either give them a Beachbody YouTube video talking about the compensation plan, but the last 5-day coach sneak peek, I used Lindsay Matway's video about how you earn commission, how you earn income as a Beachbody coach. Post number 2, I'll post another success story. I'll post from someone on my team, or a YouTube video, something that will still relate to them as well. And then here's just an example of a post that I saw on my newsfeed, so I just shared it with the group. And then number 5, the last one is a call to action to join the team. I give them, a summary of what we talked about throughout the group. I provide a link to the coach application, and I make sure that they have a call to action to comment below if they're interested, or just sign up for your team. And I want to make sure that you guys position yourselves as an authority and as a leader, even though you guys don't feel like it. I want you guys to have an application for them to join, even though these people might be your sister or your parents or your mother-in-law, whoever. I want you guys to feel like, I want them to feel like you have a thriving team, okay? Because that's what you're going to have. So I want you guys to position yourselves like that and make sure that they feel like they need to be accepted into this team. You can create a coach application via Google Forms or Wufoo. I use Google Forms. My graphics are from a virtual assistant, so I paid about $8 for that one. Okay, and then after, I personally message all those coach prospects and ask what they liked most about the coach sneak peek. Just like your challenge group, you want to check in, see if they were able to keep up with it, and give them more third-party tools or more information if they need it to have more clarification. I also like to set up a phone call with them so that I can really understand through their voice how they feel about it, see if they're excited about it, and then give them an action plan after. And more great tips. So I encourage my coaches on my team to post their own mini success stories and whys in the group. And this really was super successful because I did a team-wide coach sneak peek, and so I allowed my coaches who have been in this business for a few months now or a few weeks share different journeys along the way throughout this Beachbody coaching journey. So everyone has an idea and a sense of like, how Beachbody has changed people's lives every step of the way. So I like to have everyone who is inviting their coach prospects into this group to post their own mini success stories. I also encourage you guys to post a video for every explanation of most of the common objections, and also include inspirational quotes and ideas. Make them understand that this business is a life-changing business and we're all about personal development, and give them that sense of positivity and hope that they don't get in their normal life. And I encourage you guys to do these monthly, just like how you do your challenge groups. I want you guys to do these monthly. And that's it. I totally just went through that super, super quickly. If I went too fast for you, I apologize. But I have a link that I want to share with you guys. And I did not put it on the slide, but I'm going to type it in right now. It's tinyurl.com/Jenny Sneak Peek. tinyurl.com/JennySneakPeek. You can find the slides there, and you can find all of the exact things that I post in my 5-day coach sneak peeks. You're more than welcome to copy and paste, because honestly, I probably copied and pasted a lot from some of the top coaches that passed down their information, but I tried to tailor it and make it my own. So I encourage you guys to do the same. I'm opening it up for questions, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Do you double invite to the coach sneak peeks, like ever invite a person more than once? Yes. So if they were interested but never, never participated in the group, or, just lost interest, I'll invite them maybe a month after or 2 months after. I'll check out all the people that I've invited to my coach sneak peeks and kind of follow up with them just like I would with a challenger. Did you get a set of professional photos done for your posts and banners? So I hired a virtual assistant to do some social media designs. I pay her $8 per design. So, and I only do that for the most important things, the most important banners that I kind of want to leave permanent and use and recycle on a monthly basis. For my coach applications, I use Google Form. It's super easy to create. Oh, sorry. I had a fellow coach take my pictures. So yeah, she's professional. So I definitely used her. But you are more than welcome to just use her iPhone. Goodness gracious. A ton of my photos are all on my iPhone. And to be honest, it's much more relatable too. When you have the time or the money to invest in professional photos, then sure, go for it. But it's definitely not necessary. Do you guys have any other questions? I hope this was beneficial for you guys. If you have any other questions, you are more than welcome to reach out to me, Megan, or Scott. And I don't have business cards because I tell them to add me on Facebook. That's my business card. And it's a much better one. All right, thank you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And I hope this was beneficial. Make sure to do your coach sneak peeks every month and start one this month, okay? Thank you guys. I'll ask Megan to post her workbook in the group. All right, bye you guys, good night.